And the equation becomes this. Why is it that Democrats are almost universally for amnesty? Because, first of all, for a lot of years, Republican leadership has tried to discourage, continues to try to discourage active, especially elected Republicans, from explaining the political beneficiaries are Democrats. The polling out there shows someplace between 2 to 1 and even as many as 5 to 1 of the people who are pressing for amnesty, those who are unlawfully present in the United States, if given citizenship, will vote for a more liberal agenda. That erodes the rule of law further, and you wonder why people who'd be benefited by breaking the law would do anything except accelerate more law breaking if it benefited them. That's a big equation of this. That's why you don't get support on the Democrat side. They're the electoral beneficiaries. Republicans, somehow, some of them stick their fingers in their ears or their head in the sand, and they disregard that because they don't want to talk about that reality. I think we should talk about all realities, but to me, the core of this is the rule of law. And so when people break the law to come here, and we reward them with breaking the law, then they think that's all right to break another law and another law. It breeds disrespect for the law. We cannot be a great nation if we are going to willfully destroy the rule of law, especially for political purposes. It's not for economic purposes. That equation has so far off the scale that I can't hardly take it seriously. But I think Robert Rector of the Heritage Foundation put out a really good study, and you know it's a good study when they didn't attack the study, they just attacked Robert Rector. So, and he has been unassailable for decades here in this city with the careful work that he has done. We saw what the president did with the DREAM Act. That brings about a constitutional crisis. Because if the president can find his constitutional violations to immigration, and then the sympathy of the people that have this broad agenda that Mark's talked about, from big business on down to the political agenda of Democrats, for example, we might lose that debate in this country because of the sympathy factor that's also added to by a lot of Christian groups who misread the scripture. And I'm happy to take on that debate with any one of those folks, including Richard Land.